Hair light. Well, that's okay. We'll turn it on in a minute. I got the hair lip. Oh, Craig and I are musicians. We play music. We play a discrete set of music each day here in our kitchen in San Francisco and live stream it onto Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram 6 days a week. We play at 8 p.m., except on Fridays we don't play at all, and on Sundays we play at noon instead of 8. Craig Ventresco and I play songs from the 1890s through the 1930s. So, join us as we commence our set of music from the 1890s through the 1930s. Here we go. I'm gonna go turn on the rest of the lights. What was that?
That was the Owl and the Pussycat.
You smiled when we parted, it hurt me somehow. I thought there was nothing worthwhile. The tables are turning and you're crying now, and I'm just learning to smile. Sorry now, whose heart is aching for breaking each vow? Sad and blue, and crying too, just like I cried over you. Just like a friend, right to the end. I tried to warn you somehow. You had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. How you shattered all my ideals when I told you that you would forget. Well, now you know just how it feels. Sorry now, sorry now, whose heart is aching for breaking each vow, sad and blue, crying too, just like I cried over you, just like a friend, right to the end. I tried to warn you somehow. You've had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. Just like a friend, right till the end. I tried to warn you somehow. You've had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. You've had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. Ooh, who's sorry now? Make sure I get my capo. Make sure I get it.
Where is it?
It's in the front. I put it in a different room.
Oh, well, go get it if you want. I can. can
Should
tell them
go
what
in
this.
now?
Sure, I can.
What was
announce.
it? What was the
That
second
was
to last
a
one?
medley of your favorite songs. The first one was "Born to Be Mine." The second one was what do we play? Oh, "I'll Get By as Long as I Have You," and the third one was "You Were Meant for Me."
I'll get by
Oh,
as
I
long.
thought you were gonna get the capo. Well,
I'll get by. Well, I wanted to know what those were. I wanted to know. I'll get by as long as I have you. Now that one. Do you sing that?
sometimes, yeah.
I really enjoyed that one. Please remember. I'd like to hear. Okay, I'd like to hear that one again. I'm going to the depot, look on the board, train on out here, down the road. Train ain't here, down the road. If the train ain't here, down the road. On the road, somewhere on the road. Train ain't here, somewhere on the road. I don't mind it, what Mama said. Could have been asleep and I don't regret. Me being foolish, but foolish too. I left my home on account of you. On account of you, on account of you. I left my home on account of you. Rather be dead in my grave than be down here treated this way, treated this way. Rather be dead, treated this way. Ain't got no man, ain't got no kin, ain't got nobody bothered with. Bothered with, be bothered with. Ain't got nobody be bothered with. Even young and foolish too. I left my home on account of you. On account of you, on account of you. I left my home on account of you. So if I live and don't get killed, I'll make my home in Louisville. In Louisville, I'll make my home in Louisville. Go to the depot, on the bus, train never comes. On the road, somewhere on the road. Train ain't here, somewhere on the road. Go to the depot, look on the bus. The train ain't here, down the road. If I don't mind it, my mama said I'd be at home in my bed, sleeping in bed, in my bed. I'd be at home, sleeping in my bed. Even young and foolish too. I left my home on account of you. On account of you, on account of you. I left my home on account of you. Gotta get that tape.
I'll wait. I'll tune the guitar. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, you guys. We love you lots. Next up is the Florida Rag. Maybe I'll start.
What was that? I love that.
Florida Rag.
Alright, here, this is for Terry. This is like, I ain't that kind of a baby. Now listen here, Billy dear, said Miss Angel Eyes. Well, you know I'm getting wise to all you parlor guys. When you call, you just stall, and we stay at home. You treat me like a 2-year-old. We'll get this through your dome. Let's go places. Don't you try to dada me, 'cause I ain't that kind of a baby. Let's go places, let's do things. I ain't tied to your apron strings, 'cause I ain't that kind of a baby. Every time you call, you tell me fables galore. Well, there ain't no fairy tale this baby ain't heard before. I'm way past the age of 3. No boogeyman can frighten me. I ain't that kind of a baby. Listen here, Billy dear, said Miss Angel Eyes. Oh, you know I'm getting wise. Tell you parlor guys, when you call, you just stall, and we stay at home. You treat me like a 2-year-old. Well, get this baby ain't heard before. I'm way past the age of 3, no boogeyman frighten me, 'cause I ain't that kind, I ain't that kind of a baby. Humpty Dumpty had his flop, but I don't go for lollipops. I ain't that kind, I ain't that kind of a baby. Jack and Jill went up the hill, that never handed me a thrill. I ain't that kind, I ain't that kind of a baby. No, that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I sit at home. Saturday, I called your home, but you didn't answer the telephone. Though I like your company, you can't play hide and seek with me, 'cause I ain't that kind, I ain't that kind of a baby.
This whole blame town is upside down. There's moral scandal going round. 'Cause old Bill Blue is about to sue his Dinah for divorce. Miss Dinah went to a ball one night and she didn't come home until broad daylight. But Dinah claimed that she had the right for to pay her friend a call. He heard the door, reached for his gun, and right downstairs he came. But he begged that gentleman's pardon when Miss Dinah did exclaim, "Why, he's just an old friend of the family, and a mighty good friend at that. Now, why can't a friend of the family stop in for a social chat?" Well, you just can't imagine what a friend he's been, although he ain't no kin to me. Don't try to make something out of nothing, shucks, he's just a friend of the family. Bill called the family friend aside, said, "I don't mean to hurt your pride, but the farther away from her you stay, why, the better friends will be." Then Dinah spoke up good and long, and she said, "I can't see where it's wrong to kiss a friend that's been a friend like that friend's been to me." It is a long, sad story, Bill, on this we all agree. Why, he was mother's second cousin, man. He's been a father once to me. Why, he's just an old friend of the family, and a mighty good friend at that. Now, why can't a friend of the family stop in for a social chat? Man, you just can't imagine what a friend he's been, although he ain't no kin to me. So don't you try to make something out of nothing, shucks, he's just a friend of the family. Mighty good friend at that. Now, why can't a friend of the family stop in for a social chat? Man, you just can't imagine what a friend he's been, although he ain't no kin to me. Don't try to make something out of nothing, shucks, he's just a friend of the family.
An owl and a An owl and a squirrel watched a happy couple spooning beneath a tree. And they heard him say, I'm a honey and I'll be a bumblebee. He whispered, listen to me, dearie, I want you ever to be near me. Don't ever stay away when you hear me call you. When you know I'm waiting for you. We've got some loving to do under the moon. The skies are starry and bright. The birds are sleeping tonight. And there is no one inside under the moon. Deep in my heart, I feel your tender embrace. Never to part, like birds and you. When you hear you know I'm waiting for you. We've got some loving to do under the moon. When night spreads its awning, you hear these lovers spooning neath a tree. Hearts linked together, they vow they will never disagree. Each night he'd call around to meet her, and at the moment he would greet her, this Romeo would start doing this pretty melody. When you hear him waiting for you. We've got some loving to do under the moon. The skies are starry and bright. The birds are sleeping tonight. And there is no one inside under the moon. Deep in my heart, I feel your tender embrace. Never to part, like birds in June. When you hear you know I'm waiting for you. We've got some loving to do under the moon. You know I'm waiting for you. We've got some loving to do under the moon. The skies are starry and bright. The birds are sleeping tonight. There is no one inside under the moon. Deep in my heart, I feel your tender embrace. Never to part, like birds in June. When you hear I'm waiting for you. We've loving to do under the moon. Under the moon.
A maid came in from Olean. She was a little shy, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. She met a gay young city chap who thought that he was fly, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. They went to see by New York by night the gay old tenderloin, and when she ordered wine he felt in duty bound to join. But when morning came and he woke up and tried to count his coin, he couldn't hardly notice it at all. Pretty little Nan, she came from Olean. Though she was green, she made a lovely haul. This simple little soul, she fixed poor Willie's roll, so you couldn't hardly notice it at all. When Willie woke up the next day, he felt like a 2-year-old, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. He got a lovely welcome when he came back to the fold, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. He told this pa about the girl he met upon the train. The father said, why, that's the girl who got my watch and chain. Now, of course, his father tipped his hand. The boy was filled with pain, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. Pretty little man, she came from Olean. Her simple ways made everybody fall. At taking she was in, she could even take a fit, so you couldn't hardly notice it at all. This charming little village maid was honest as could be, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. Her taking ways were perfect, no one took as well as she, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. She took a pin from Sherlock Holmes, a watch from that old sleuth. He didn't have the time or he'd have caught her, that's the truth. Why, she even took a filling from a policeman's wisdom tooth, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. Pretty little Nan, she came from Olean. She went back with this nice sealskin shawl. The folks in Olean were glad to see their Nan, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. A fat girl on a cable car, she thought she was petite, but you couldn't hardly notice it at all. A narrow-chested dude got up and offered her a seat, but you couldn't hardly notice him at all. She fell across a pair of feet the man had left protrude. The fat girl fell right on them on a manner very rude. The conductor and the motorman came in to find the dude, but they couldn't hardly notice him at all. Willie took a drop, the fat girl ended flop. An ambulance for Willie had to call. And when they took him in, she'd flattened him so thin that you couldn't hardly notice him at all. Couldn't hardly notice it at all.
Where does he get these gems?
That one I learned from a Guitar Center video, How to Play the Bass by Sting. He sings it on that.
Craig collects sheet music, cylinders, and 78 RPM discs.
And anything that Guitar Center has.
But he learned that one from Sting, from like the video they play on the screen on the wall at Guitar Center on Van Ness here in San Francisco.
When I walked in, there were about 100 people singing that song along with the video.
Yeah, Guitar Center is so crowded here. I go there, I'm like, doesn't anybody have a job? Because everybody's there at Guitar Center all day, staring at the screen, learning guitar licks and songs like you couldn't hardly notice it at all. Anyway. Here's Horse Neck Daddy. Went downtown, straddling around, next thing I know again, I found that gal of mine made a horse's neck out of me, me. My bunk was hard and full of bugs, and on the floor there ain't no rugs. Gal of mine made a horse's neck out of me, me. Horse feathers, I think I'm going crazy. That gal of mine made a horse's neck out of me, me. gets uptight, she goes downtown and she wants to fight that gal of mine. Made a horse's neck out of me. Voice feathers, I think I'm going crazy. That gal of mine made a horse's neck out of me. No, my baby don't treat me That's Hold That Tiger and
Tiger Rag.
oh yes, that is called Tiger Rag. That is called Tiger Rag. Yeah.
Thank you
Right
very
on.
much for listening tonight, you guys. We love you. Hope you can join us again tomorrow. If you feel like tipping the band, we appreciate your tips. And most of all, we appreciate you guys for coming in here and being our friends and listening to us play and requesting stuff. We really do love you lots.
Many of you for the past 4 years too, which is amazing. And if you send us a tip on PayPal, don't enable purchase protection because there ain't no purchase to protect. That is to say, there ain't no purchase to protect. You got me twice as bad as who this again. I ought to take you out and how have you been? You this and that. You've got me, you know what. Is that the way to be?
The Greeks have words
For everything I know, but you little so and so. Take them out, take them out.
You so and so, you little so and so. Is that the way to be? Why, you're twice as bad as who's it's again. I ought to take you out, and how have you been?
You this and that.
You little, you know
what?
Is that the way to be? Greeks have words for almost everything I know, but you little so and so. oughta take you out and how have you been? You this and that. You got me, you know what? Is that the way to be? Greeks have words for almost everything I know, but you little so and so.
You little so and so, why I oughta.